Hello there everybody, I'm mrgameandpie and welcome back to Let's Play Touhou Easy Mode. Today, we're taking on the last game in the series as of now. It's Touhou 16, a Hidden Star in 4 seasons. And in this game we have 4 playable characters. We have Rimu with her homing shots representing spring. Cirno, first time we were seeing her as a playable character. She has spread shots and she represents summer, despite being an ice fairy of all things. Then we have Aya, certainly not the first time we're seeing her, though this is the first time we're seeing her as a playable character. She represents fall and has piercing shots. And then of course we have Marissa. She's representing winter and she has her lasers. Now as of all of the seasons, my favorite is the summer. So we're going to be working with Cirno, but we don't just get a single choice here, we also get a sub-weapon. And the sub-weapon is also going to be based on a season, and it's basically going to be a weaker version of the regular character's weapon. So Rimu represented spring, and the spring sub-weapon is a weaker version of the homing shots, for example. Though in this case, we're going to be using Summer Cirno with Summer. Maximum spread shot potential going on here. Alright, but yeah, so basically the idea here is that all the fairies in the world have become much more powerful than normal. And as I discussed quite thoroughly in the previous episode, yeah, they kind of control nature, so as a result, all of the seasons are going way out of whack. And yeah, we're gonna be figuring out what the heck's going on with that. Though, given that Cirno herself is a fairy, I mean, you know, she's probably not that interested in figuring out what's going on here. But yeah, it seems like the latest games in the series have been making the typically just sort of, you know, regular enemy fodder, the fairies, into beings that are much more dangerous and powerful than normal. Because obviously in the last game we had Clown Piece, who was, yeah, not only was she a Stage 5 boss, but among Stage 5 bosses, she is one of the toughest. And then, of course, there's this game, where all the fairies are more difficult than normal. At least, I mean, theoretically. On a functional level, these fairies aren't really any more difficult to beat than they usually are. But yeah, this does explain why Cirno is able to be promoted to a playable character when typically she's more along the lines of a Stage 2 boss or a mid-boss of some variety. Although notably, she did get her own game. It was called Great Fairy Wars. It involved fighting the fairies. Although notably, Marissa was a boss in the game, but she was an extra stage boss. I'll talk more about this later. Alright, so here we have Eternity Larva. She's a fairy that represents, let's see, yeah, it's basically she represents the 3 stages of an insect's life cycle, where they're like a caterpillar, a cocoon, and a butterfly, all in one, all at the same time. Got that whole eternity thing going on there, I guess. But yeah, as I was saying, Marissa was the extra stage boss of Cirno's game, despite usually appearing more as a Stage 4 boss, implying that, you know, the level of a Stage 4 boss for any other character is an extra stage type of threat for Cirno, because she's a fairy and she's just not as strong as most characters, because of that. Though among all of the fairies, Cirno is exceptionally powerful. But this is, relatively speaking, we're talking about here. And there we go. Stage 1 is over. So yeah, it is notable that the reason why Cirno likes summer is because she's a representative, well, she's a representation of cold. And thus, during the summer, when things are naturally hot, she has a lot more to do. She's got stuff to do. Unlike in winter, where everything's already cold, she doesn't have to do anything. Just sits around and does nothing all day. But yeah, the fact that Cirno in this game has a tan was, it was pretty darn mimetic. It's pretty great. So wait, let's talk about some special mechanics in this game. So among the red items and the blue items that I've been collecting, you know, as per usual, we also have these little green leaves. And those are seasonal upgrades. Basically, down there in the bottom left corner, you'll find a meter that says 6. And that's my seasonal shot type. As you can see behind my character, or well, underneath them, I suppose, there's 6 little options that are firing off their own shots. Depending on how filled up that meter down there in the bottom left corner is, that determines how many options are behind you. And of course, that's your seasonal sub-shot. So because I chose summer, well, we have this one. But if I chose winter, we'd have the winter lasers. Or if I chose spring, we'd have the spring homing shots. Alright, it looks like we actually have maximum seasonal power and maximum regular power. So that's pretty great. We have all of our spread shots possible. But, you know, the fact that we have a meter down there does imply that there is a way for the meter to go down. And there is! Basically, there's something called a seasonal release in this game, where you do this. Yep, you create a little force field. Now, the properties of the force field differ depending on what seasonal shot type you have. Because we're using summer, the shield is small and doesn't last very long, but it only uses up 1 bar, as opposed to every other seasonal shot type, which will undoubtedly use all 6 bars when available. Alright, now this is a pretty cool character. She lives on a mountain, she just wants to hang out alone, that's really it. That's what she wants to do. But, yeah, so basically, that's the special thing about Summer Shot type, is that you basically just get 6 weak shields, rather than 1 strong shield that the other ones provide. The Spring Shot type, in particular, creates a really large shield that lasts, like, only an instant, so it basically just immediately destroys every bullet on the screen. Assuming you have it up to level 6, because that's another thing, is that, for all the other shot types, the more bars you have, the more effective the shield will be. The bigger it'll be, the longer it'll last. The fall shot type actually moves with you, so you can turn on the shield and run through a bunch of bullets to get rid of them all. And then the winter shot type lasts the longest, and it increases your damage output, but it's also just, it's completely immobile, and it's, well, actually, I guess it's not really the biggest. That would be the spring shot type, but it's the second biggest. Now, you do actually want to use the shield. It's a good idea to absorb a bunch of bullets, because that's the only way that you can increase how many points you get from collectibles. Grazing doesn't do that in this game. Instead, what grazing does in this game is it gives you more seasonal upgrades. Or, well, it gives you more seasonal pickups. So by grazing, you get more chances to use your shield, and by using your shield more times, you get more points. And getting more points in this game is actually really useful, because it'll give you an extra life. You can see off to the right a point requirement for our next life. I'm too busy dodging things to say what it is right now, but I'm sure that you'll be able to figure it out well enough on your own. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's see here. It would take 10 million points to get to the next life, which we're actually pretty close to. But, yeah, I definitely like the summer seasonal shot type the most due to the fact that I can just freely create a shield pretty much whenever I want to. As long as I have at least 1 bar of the seasonal output, I can just make a shield, and it's okay, and it's as good as the level 6 shield. Because, I mean, yeah, a level 1 shield with any of the other shot types is, it's pretty pathetic, actually. And there we go, I just got a bunch of extra points. So, yeah, basically, making sure that you shield on a bunch of projectiles, because the more projectiles you block, the more point increase you get. So by doing it at strategic moments where you'll block a bunch of shots at once, you can get huge point multipliers and get huge scores and even more lives than ever before. Although you do need to be a little bit careful with your shield, because if you bomb, that'll make you invincible. But then if you shield while your bomb is active, it'll take away your invulnerability frames from the bomb. So you can actually kind of end up destroying yourself really fast by doing that. So yeah, either use a bomb or use a shield. Don't use them at the same time. That's also just really inefficient. Like, don't do that. What the heck? Yeah, that is one thing. Because of the fact that bombs are so valuable, I rarely ever think to use them at all. But because with the summer shield, I can just easily regain my, summer shots, it's not really much of a problem. And the fact that these summer shots are just spread shots that, like, go everywhere, they're not that valuable to really lose. So I don't feel bad about spamming it all over the place, because it's not like my damage output is really getting that affected by it. Unlike other shot types, which really can affect how much your damage output is doing. Like the winter lasers. The winter lasers shoot straight forward and do a ton of damage. It'll add a bunch of damage to any character that you have it on. So if you're using up the winter's shield, it'll really lower your damage output until you refill the seasonal ability again. Alright, this is Ankamano, and she's the guardian beast of the Hakulai Shrine. And yeah, she has some pretty good chances for grazing with all of her bullet patterns. It's pretty great. So with that in mind, we'll be able to refill a lot of our seasonal output by just grazing and getting all these little seasonal pickups from them. It's awesome. There we go. Alright, oh yeah, it's this spell card. This spell card isn't especially difficult. Notably, On isn't really a dog, but a lot of her spell cards seem to imply that she is for some reason. It's something. And there we go. That's that. Let's keep moving. I really love the patterns of her spell cards here. Or, well, no, they're not spell cards. These are her non-spells. Still like the patterns, though. They look really cool. Yeah, man, almost doing anything will actually get you more seasonal output. Beating enemies, doing grazes, beating spell cards, just do literally anything. You get more seasonal power. It's not exactly a rare resource. Especially as you get further on in the game, it seems like it gets easier and easier to refill your seasonal output. Like, you could use all 6 bars in one level and still get back up to 6 again. It's pretty crazy. Also, on Steam here, a pair of Divine Beasts. Absolutely fantastic. But, notably, we're only seeing one Divine Beast. What's up with that? Oh, I think we'll find out soon enough. Yeah, there we go. There's 2 of them now. A classic Touhou strategy. Now, of course, I could try to dodge between these shots here. But why do that whenever I can just, like, absorb a bunch of shots and get, like, a giant point multiplier? Look at that. Now our point value is twice of what it started. Yep, Cirno's just not listening to anyone. You don't need to listen to anyone when you're already the strongest there is. Alright. Yeah, speaking of good chances to graze, look at all these shots. They're just in perfect little lines for me to fly by. It's beautiful. And yeah, let's just keep doing some grazing stuff here. I'm not really one of one for doing a whole lot of grazing normally, but you know what? I feel like this is a good reason to do it. But yeah, this stage. So, you know, we went to summer, then we went to fall, then we went to spring. Clearly, we're kind of going out of order there. And, yep, now we're in winter. I like to think that, theoretically, the playable characters associated with these seasons have some sort of advantage in... Oh, I didn't even notice that happening. Okay, cool. Theoretically, they have some sort of advantage in their associated season level, but that doesn't really seem to be the case much. Yeah, one mechanic that came back from 14 that I really wish didn't is, well, look at our bombs. We have 3 of them. We've been collecting bomb pieces all game, and we only have 3 bombs? You wanna know why? Because I died. Because if you die, you get sent back to 3 bombs again! Doesn't matter how many you have, just back to 3! Oh boy! Such a great mechanic! It's not. Please don't do that, game. Please let me keep my bombs if I die. I really don't like that mechanic. Either way, we have somebody new here. She's in green. She's dancing around. All right. Yeah. You know what? Now that I think about it, I haven't actually used my bomb yet because I just like using my seasonal shot type so much more. My seasonal shield, that is. All right. Now here's a good chance for some grazing. Yeah. Yeah, all these fairies, they're all just appearing in like this really orderly fashion in this level. Maybe it's related to how snowflakes appear in an orderly, metric or pattern. Or maybe it's so that Marissa can be more effective with her more linear shot types with her lasers. Or maybe it's just because it makes for interesting level design. I don't know. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, yep, good. Bullet blend into the background. Perfect. Absolutely fantastic. That is exactly what I wanted. Alright, so this is Narumi. She's a statue of a Buddha, I believe. And she's alive, because that's something that happens in Jinsokyo. Notably, in one of the dialogues from a previous game, Marissa talks about putting silly hats on statues in the Forest of Magic. And, well, yep, she was a statue, and she was in the Forest of Magic, and she does have a silly hat. So, you know, a lot of people think that Marissa gave her the silly hat back whenever she was a statue. It's reasonably logical, I suppose. Alright. So, yeah, we currently do have 6 seasonal power, which is good, but I'm actually going to be saving our seasonal power for a little bit. Because, yeah, there's one spell card that Narumi has that I'm really bad at dodging. Like, we're talking just really bad at dodging. And here it is! Yep, this is a bad spell card for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to seasonal shot my way through this thing here. There we go. It's working well enough so far. I think we got it. No, we don't got it! Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. At the last possible second. Oh, seriously? That lasted way longer than it should have. But, yeah, I used up basically all of my seasonal energy on that one spell card, and I still died. So, yeah, I'm really bad at dodging that one. I have no idea what you're actually supposed to do to avoid it. It's bad stuff, bro. Fortunately, we get like a ton of grays off of these shots here, so like we can pretty effectively build our meter back up again. Why isn't she dying? There we go. Alright, so this is a pretty cool one right here. There we go. Yep, they go up from under you, and you just shield whenever they come up. At least if you're using the summer shot type, you do that. Is something wrong happening, and like I'm not firing off my other shots or something? Like, what's going on here? Yeah, nobody cares about how much danger Cirno is actually in right now. That must be pretty sad. Anyway, so, here we are in a big old dark world. Not to be confused with, like, the dark world from The Legend of Zelda or something. You know, all 8 of those. There's probably more than that, actually. I have no idea. I don't play Zelda. I'm a bizarre gamer that way. I'm a bizarre Nintendo fan that way, honestly. Like, oh man, you love Nintendo, you don't play Zelda. That's pretty weird, dude. What the heck? But really, we're starting off with a good chance for some grazing right off the bat. Good chance for some extra seasonal capabilities. Got lots of bullets that are pretty much just going in like straight lines and stuff. Very easy to predict, very easy to go by, very easy to just graze all over the place. Get 10 million grays! Oh, alright, and then we got lasers, which those are really great for grazing. After all, you can graze a laser like a million times a second. Unlike bullets, which you can only graze like once. Ever. Unless it's Touhou 15, but I mean, I already did that one, so we're not doing that one anymore. Yeah, man, look at that background. Look at all those doors all over the place. Pretty crazy stuff, huh? And, hey, check this out. It's another gal, but she's wearing red. Or pink, I suppose. And she's also dancing, and she's got a pretty similar motif to the character from the previous level. She's got little card bullets, she's shooting out the little circles afterwards, pretty good stuff. And here we have some pretty random XD lasers. Yep, those lasers sure did happen. Alright. Still only at 3 seasonal power. We can do better than that. Uh-oh. This gets kind of annoying here. I think I'm just gonna not bother with that other fairy over there. Yep, there we go. That works. Yeah, so this level is very counterattack happy. A lot of these enemies will explode on you and then fire shots directly at you whenever they do so. Or whenever you destroy them, that is. But, yeah, fortunately, that does mean that you can manipulate their shots and how frequently they fire pretty effectively. Nearly up to 4 seasonal power. Alright, it's a double battle. I don't think we've actually seen one of these yet, but it's far from the first in the series. But yeah, this is Mai and Cirno. They're dancers. They dance behind people's back and enhance their capabilities. Mai is the green one, and she enhances one's mental capabilities. Cirno is the pink one, and she enhances a person's physical capabilities. They're basically living personifications of lives and bombs, in a sense. And in fact, during their mid-boss battles, Mai did drop a bomb, and Cirno did drop a life, so that's pretty cool. I typically go after Cirno the most. Whichever one you defeat during these non-spells determines which one you do the spell card for. And I find that Cirno's spell cards are much easier than Mai's. And it's also just easier to avoid stuff over on this side of the screen, so like, that works out pretty well. Alright. So we got this going on. We have bullets that go up from the bottom of the screen, then whenever they hit the bottom of the screen, they turn into these cards that home in on you, basically. There we go. And, yeah, so I feel like Mai and Cirno's boss battle here is really effectively built up. Because you see what they do individually in the previous level and in this level in their mid-bosses, and then they basically just do the same thing, but overlapping this time. It's, yeah, it's good. It's well designed. Nice challenge. I like it a lot. Alright, so basically, as I kind of alluded to earlier, Mai also has her own set of spell cards if you defeat her in the non-spell sections. And this is basically a combination of both of the possible second spell cards you could have gone up against. Both Mai's and Cirno's simultaneously. And, yep, now it's time for them to combine their other spell cards to create this giant laser array alongside their typical bullet pattern. Unfortunately, if you're, let's see, grazing a laser and it's behind you, it spawns the pickups behind you. So, that's not very helpful. Ah, hamsters! I almost got it. There we go. Oh boy. Cirno's gonna smash up this little extra-dimensional door dimension. That's gonna be fantastic, isn't it? Alright, starting off once again, pretty good grazing spot here. Lots of bullets homing in directly on you. There we go, got some good stuff. Perfect. Well, okay, yep, that was almost a thing. That was almost bad, but then it wasn't, because, you know, I'm good at video games, clearly. That's the only reason why it wasn't bad. But yeah, we got a pretty cool theme. I haven't actually talked about the music a whole lot, but yeah, actually I like Mai and Cirno's themes a lot. It's really fantastic. And this is honestly one of my favorite stage themes in the series. It's really excellent. Alright, so we got these fairies spawning here, and these fairies are durable. Let me tell you, man. But whenever you beat them, they do drop bomb pieces. Which, yeah, that's appreciated. I'd like some bomb pieces, if you wouldn't mind. Although I don't think I'm going to get another full bomb at this rate. Yeah. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Alright. So, yep, here we have the final boss of the game. This is the hidden star in Four Seasons. She's a hidden god involving with... she's related to a lot of different things, honestly. But in this particular battle, she's going to be using the power of the Four Seasons against us. And, yeah, a lot of the power of the Four Seasons is just represented by multicolored knives. But here we got a pretty cool attack. So yeah, whenever these bullets hit the walls and ceilings and ground, they turn into lasers and fly all over the place. It's pretty cool looking. Don't be afraid to use your seasonal shot type here. Trust me, just don't be afraid to use it. It's okay. It's better to use it than to not use it right now. But hey, yep, check this out. It's a summer-based attack. Who would have possibly seen that coming? Yeah, for some reason, I guess Summer is just represented as being really weak in this game. And, hey, it's a Summer-based spell card. We're going to completely destroy it. Yep, there we go. It's gone. Oh, and it's coming around again, and, oh, there we go. It's gone. Yeah, it couldn't even remotely do anything to us. Alright, from Summer to Fall. And, yeah, the bullets are a little bit more impact now. I really like the sections where they get all really close to each other and they spiral outwards. It looks absolutely fantastic. Alright. There we go. Now time for a fall spell card. This time we gotta deal with things going up from behind us. And then they fall. There we go. And of course, going as time would, we're on to winter now. And oh man, we got a big ol' spirally spell card. Or well, I guess non-spell. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. It's kind of silly how Cirno represents summer, but her attacks are all icicles. Alright, and a winter spell card, really hammering home the fact that she's a hidden god, in that we literally can't see her behind all these little voided out shots. It's pretty ridiculous. Alright. Yeah, I guess winter has generally been associated with obfuscation, considering that during the winter level we literally couldn't see that we were in a forest due to all the winter and fog. And now here we are, it's spring. Spring seems to be associated as being like the most powerful of the seasons, which kind of makes sense. Rimu is associated with spring, and she is generally the easy mode of the series. So it makes sense that, you know, that would be the enemy's strongest possible season to use. Alright, so yeah, we got like a bunch of little bouncy shots going on all over the place. That's pretty crazy. Oh, okay. Oh, yep, something hit me. That was weird. Maybe I got a little bit too close to these shots. Alright, now we've reached the finale. Yeah, she just took away all of our power. Yep, all of our seasonal power and all of our damage power. And now she's using our chosen season against us. Depending on which seasonal shot type you choose at the beginning of the game, that actually changes what her final spell card is here. So obviously we're doing the summer one now, but there's one for spring, winter, and fall. I find that winter is the easiest one of these to avoid, which makes sense. Marissa is associated with winter, and Marissa is generally considered the hard mode of the game. So if the enemy is using winter, then it's harder for them to beat you. Meanwhile, spring is pretty darn difficult to use. For previously mentioned, Rimu is easy mode, and so it's easier for the enemy to kill you with using her power. Reasons. Yeah. But, yeah, Cirno and Aya are somewhere in the middle, as most extra playable characters tend to be. And, oh, yep, that's bad. See, if there's ever a time that I use bombs, it's right here. Except, notably, yeah, she's immune to bombs right now. But I think we got this. Yep, we did. Too bad we don't quite get the bonus. And there we go. So gang, that's Touhou Easy Mode pretty much. There's one last thing that I want to show in this episode, and then we're going to have an extra episode next time, where I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the series as a whole. But, yeah, I mean, this has been a lot of fun to do. I suspect that, you know, one day there'll be a Touhou 17. We don't know anything about it, since this game is still pretty darn new. It's only a few months old by now. But, yeah, you know, probably whenever Touhou 17 inevitably releases, I'll probably do an easy mode playthrough of that someday. And who knows, maybe one day I'll go back to like 6, 7, and 8 and try the easy modes on those. Probably not, but who knows, maybe it could happen if people just really want to see me do those for some reason. But yeah, notably, real time exists in Jinsokyo. So a year in reality is a year in the game world. Which means that because this game was released in 2017, the events of this game took place in 2017. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, there's this option here. It's Extra Start. All of the previous games that we played have had an extra mode, but we never got to do any of them. Because they always require you to beat normal mode or higher without getting a game over, which I can't do. But this game, for some reason, just requires you to beat easy mode without getting a game over. Which I have, in fact, done with every playable character, so that's pretty cool. But we've been playing as Cirno for the entire time here, so let's just keep on Cirnoing. And this time, our sub-season is different. It's Dog Days, the time between the seasons. Indeed, it's time to find the hidden star in the 5th season. And, yeah, the extra stages, they tend to be about the difficulty of a late-stage hard mode level. And, considering that I probably can't even make it to that level, I've never even bothered playing hard mode in most of the Touhou games, yeah, I'm not going to be beating this at all. Still, I figured I'd show off at this extra mode since I can actually unlock it. You know, why not? Yeah, don't even expect me to make it to the boss of this thing, because I've never made it to the boss of this thing before. It's never happened. And I don't expect it to happen now. Unless commentary provides a miracle. It's like the opposite of the Let's Play curse, the Let's Play blessing. But, yep, it's, this is a lot more hectic than anything that we ever saw back in easy mode, that's for sure. And hey, it's Mai and Satono. So notably, the extra stage typically introduces some new character tangentially related to the story. But this game doesn't. It's just the final boss again. A second time. Which, yeah, that's something that a lot of people were disappointed by. Because a lot of people like seeing the extra bosses. There we go. Yep, already using a bomb. That's bad! Oh, that's a bad omen right there. Yeah, man, I don't even remotely know how I'm supposed to dodge all this stuff. Alright. I always keep attacking Satono regardless of what's going on, really. Okay, yep, I kind of panicked there. I probably didn't need to, but I did anyway. Oh my gosh! Oh, okay, that was almost good. But then it wasn't quite. Fortunately, I do get an extra life for that. And I had used up all my bombs anyway, so it's not like I was wasting things effectively. But yeah, check out this seasonal shot type. It's all firing backwards, isn't that silly? And notably, our shield basically acts as the summer shield. Except, it shrinks and goes downwards as it exists. So that's a little bit awkward. Yeah, I have almost all of my seasonal power right now. Yep, and then they really expect you to use this seasonal shot type effectively right now. Nope. Nope, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I probably shouldn't have freaked out, but I did anyway. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, hamsters. Yeah, They really expect you to use your backward shot type here. Because enemies spawn behind you. Wait, is this it? Is this the boss? Nope, it's not the boss. Yeah, I knew that was too good to be true. Well, nope, I'm dead. Okay, well, I mean, I guess I'm not actually dead. I just had to use the bomb, but still. Wasn't good stuff right there. Ah! You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh. Alright, so this is something that I didn't expect whatsoever. Yep, I'm fighting the extra stage boss now for literally the first time. What the heck? I've never even seen anybody fight this boss before, so I don't really know what I'm doing, so don't expect much commentary right now about the hamster. Okay, well, I'm still alive, so that's nice. Oh, okay, oh, yep, this is happening right now. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is happening right now. Oh boy, this is happening right now. Okay. Okay, yep, these are lots of projectiles. This is a lot of projectiles. Please stop firing projectiles at me. Please stop firing projectiles at me. When is this spell card over? Yep, okay, I'm dead. I mean, I'm not actually dead. I still have like another, I still have bombs left. Seriously, what the heck? Why is this taking so long? What the heck? Why is this taking so long? What? Well, yep, okay, that happened. Yeah, I seriously don't know why that was taking so long, but there we go. That's the extra stage. That's further than literally I've ever made it before, so... That's it. That's Touhou Easy Mode, guys. Yep, so there's gonna be an extra episode next time. It's gonna be fun. Gonna talk about my thoughts on the series as a whole. It's gonna be pretty cool. But until next time, guys, I'm mrgameandpie, and y'all stay sufficiently awesome. See you then.